Phillip Dickson, 2 L's and Dickson. Well, I retired. I was in television 20 years, had a small insurance agency, and then my wife fell from a ladder and had a brain injury. Had to train her from the ground up how to do everything, eat, think, all that. And as she got better, God put it on my heart to get involved in homeless ministry, and I started volunteering at a local rescue mission in 2006. In 2012, they hired me almost full time. My wife fell from a ladder and flatlined 5 times. It was a long recovery process. And 7 years after that, a drunk driver killed our oldest daughter. And through the trial and all that stuff, he and I started writing in prison. He actually killed 2 girls. And through the letter writing, he finally came to a true understanding of Jesus Christ and asked to be forgiven. And long story short, I wasn't a perfect Christian through all that, but God held on to me, and I actually got to go to court and stand on his behalf and ask the judge to release him. He had taken responsibility, asked to be forgiven. We've forgiven him, and I said, "Judge, let him go." And the judge cut his time in half. He came to faith in prison. We were talking through the glass with the telephone. He remembered that first letter that I had written, and he said, "I would like to be your son." So he calls us dad, calls my wife mom, we call him son. We would not give him up to have him back. It's a total Jesus thing. I was at church, and God told me to speak to this man. I don't know why, but I was in the lobby of the church after church, and I said, "So what's your name? What do you do?" He said, "Well, my name's Mark, and we're going down to the Waterfront Rescue Mission on Saturday night at a chapel." I said, "Well, chapel service is yours. It's a 45-minute chapel service. Have them sing for 44 minutes, and then at least read 1 verse out of the red ink." And that's what I did. We sang hymns for 44 minutes. I read 1 red verse. Next time I went, we read 2. Next time I went, I talked about it a little bit. So the singing got shorter and the talking got longer, and that's how I started as a teacher. And then the mission hired me, and I was a teacher and a counselor. While my wife was healing and she got to a point where I didn't have to be with her 24/7, I started doing more of this work. And I went to work for the mission and did teaching, and I like to call it biblical advising there. I was a chaplain at the Waterfront Rescue Mission, and John Jenkins came through as my client. John and I became really good friends, and we stayed together after he graduated from the mission. And so that's why we make such a long drive. Number one, we love the ministry, love the men, but we also love John and Julie. So if people don't understand homeless and rescue ministry people, they're some of the smartest people in the world. I've seen 1%er motorcycle gang guys get as passionate about Christ as they were about sin. God's gifts are powerful. They'll destroy you if you're not using them for God. The younger people, we can see God is still on his throne. Young people like you following Christ, they make it all worthwhile.